FGLM is feels goody loody man, by the way. And Northern Gaming do have Maestro and Turbo on their roster, but they are not, well, Turbo says he's not contracted, but he's a substitute for Northern Gaming. Scramble. Alright. Okay, scrambled eggs. It is. Eggs come from eggplants. There we go. We're ready for the game. The scrambled game. Facts. It's facts. Eggs come from eggplants.
Damn it, you got Maestro, now I have to donate Feels Barman.
Feels Barman. What? Why can't the Aussie guys say Feels Badman? Skatel, thanks for the 3. Now that I got Maestro. Maestro Mognus, the 2 names that are as similar as you can get in this lobby, going up against the far longer names of Turbo Pulse, Metsa, and my goodness, we could just leave the car, we could leave the camera on Turbo the entire time because he is got the dragon wheels. What are they called again? Draco or something? Just beautiful. Look at that. I really feel like the wheel, what do you call them? The wheel types, or the new wheel release, I'll call them. It's called, I think it's called like Draco and I've forgotten the other one, but they're totally just because of the new Game of Thrones, or you know, Game of Thrones final season. Got the fire and the ice. Great first touch by Maestro. He is pretty boost starved though. Turbo with the Feels backflip is going to give the first goal to the shorter named team. He had plenty of boost in the situation. Not sure why he's turning to face the ball though, as Maestro more than capable of lobbing a shot to the net from there. K2, thank you guys, it is K2. Draco and K2. The ice and the fire, and it's just beautiful. Look at those. I don't even think they're colored, that's just a standard variation. Turbo should be scoring this, or at least putting it on target. Never expect him to miss a target from that sort of position. He's a very good redirector off the wall. As are all of these players, exceptionally high rated 2s players from Europe. All Octane specialists. Of course, Metsa and Mognus, almost LAN boys, coming within a goal of LAN. Just falling short at the hands of Flipside. What a read by Metsa, or Mognus, sorry. So many M's in this lobby, it's extremely difficult. Maestro has Draco as well. Oh yeah, so he does. Oh, Maestro's got some blue Dracos, but they don't look as good. Turbo's Dracos look way better, look at that. Oof. Is that the default Draco? Or is it like orange Draco or something? Again, Turbo, really nice job getting a shot on target from a tough angle. But Maestro's been equal to both of them. I have to get my hands on some of these Dracos though, they're so good. They just look so... it's the main thing I like about it is the wheel trim, like the actual tread on the tire. It's just amazing. It looks like it's flaming, which is exactly as it should. Meanwhile, Maestro's is just frozen over. It's not quite as stylish, albeit I think it's the colored variation. An uncharacteristic miss from Mognus from a tight angle. Former freestyler, the popularizer of popularizer. Is that even a word? Popularizer of the 180 backflip flick. And interesting facts is that Maestro and Mognus are both players who I believe, or wait, maybe not Mognus, but Maestro certainly has had 2 accounts in rank 1 and 2 simultaneously in the 2v2 ladder before. I know that Mognus has been rank 1 before actually. Now that I started that sentence, I was almost going to say that both of those guys have had 2 accounts in rank 1 and 2, but I can't remember if Mognus achieved that feat or not. Maestro not losing the kickoff to the right corner there, and oh my goodness, nearly an own goal. Bruno509, thanks for the resub. Hope you like the Italian voice reader. Did Mognus have 2 accounts at rank 1 and 2? Did he do that, or did he just get rank 1? Either way, extremely high rated. Metsa and Turbo. Multiple top 10 appearances in the 2s ladder. It's a shame, of course, and I know that a lot of people are going to be talking about this in the comments section, that Maestro can't make the LAN because of school. Turbo Pulsar will be replacing him alongside, he's going to be going to RLCS alongside Devo and Remco. We won't have the Maestro-Remco combination for the first time in 3 LANs. And I really feel like this would have been their LAN to lose if Maestro Remco, Devo was the lineup. With Turbo, they've looked a little bit less consistent. This should be an easy finish for Maestro. Oh, Mognus has accidentally hit it clear. Maestro also hitting the post. Post and crossbar to the rescue for Orange team here. Don't know about you guys, but I think that the favorite for this lobby is probably Mognus. For me, whenever I watch Mognus play twos, he's got such a reliable style of play in that he takes these risks or these, you know, extremely aggressive lines, but his recoveries are just so good. Some of the best recoveries in the world come at the hands of this guy. And look at the speed, able to get that dunk on his teammate. That I think Mognus is the favorite to go 3 wins here. If anybody's going to take 3 wins, if anybody's going to take 3 losses, it's probably going to be Turbo Pulsa because he's the biggest beanbag in the lobby by far. Oh my goodness, Turbo getting what was almost a beautiful double touch. A little bit of a tussle by the Mognus Maestro boys, fighting for possession. So I think G2 should have beaten Denial. Of course they should. They were a much better team than Denial, but they just choked it. They just choked it. Rizzo is feels back flipping and Kronovi was missing the ball everywhere. Double demolish coming in. Maestro with the accidental spawn tackle onto Mognus. But Mognus, I don't know how he's such a bad ones player when he's so good at twos dribbling. He says himself that he's just not very good at ones. But he's such a good dribbler in twos that I don't understand how that could be the case. It's probably because his defensive style is just so aggressive. Is that a Turbo Pulsa own goal? Nearly off the wall own goal by Turbo. But all these guys are players to watch when it comes to 2s and 3s. Maestro, Turbo are the 2 players who have a solid 1s game to back it up as well. 2 players who are exceptional in every playlist. But Mognus and Metsa are 2v2 and 3v3 specialists, hardly ever touching the 1s category. Anyway, let's get the scoreboard up here. I'll ready up in case these guys ready up before me. Don't want to waste any time. 1-1-0-0 the score. And I say this every time, but I'll say it again. Because I know that there's got to be somebody watching who is unaware. But at the end of any one single rotation scrambled teams 2v2 lobby, there will always be one player who has 3 wins or one player who has 3 losses, and there will always be a 3-way tie for the other spots. So don't freak out if somebody's 0-3. They're not a huge amount worse than everybody else in the lobby. Don't freak out if somebody's 3-0. They're not a huge amount better necessarily, because that will always be the case. Metsa bumping Maestro there. It's going to hurt Maestro's recovery quite substantially. And Mognus again showing off his speed. That is definitely the thing that really made Resonant Sleeper, as I like to call them, but not because they have a boring playstyle. They're actually a very exciting team to watch. Metsa, Mognus a lot. But the thing that really made them so dangerous is their speed. Their speed and their double touches off the backboard, their aerial play in general is just really on point. But Mognus, more than anyone else on that lineup, transitions that speed into the ground play when it comes to 2v2. His grounded speed and his challenges are just so quick that he's a real threat. And he doesn't go forward. You'll see him go forward extremely aggressively with 100 boost very often. So look out, whenever he's got 100 boost, Mognus will go for really risky plays, really all-in plays. But when he doesn't have 100 boost, he plays a lot more passive, and that's something that I love about his playstyle. He plays differently depending on his boost total in offense. Very smartly. Double fake kickoff, and almost going immediately punished. Smart play by Mognus on his retreat, staying out of Turbo's way. Turbo almost with another goal. He did get the first goal of the game here. Turbo Pulsa, my pick to go 0-3 if there was one, but he's teamed up with my pick for going 3-0 if there is one. So one of my predictions will die here. Of course, it was never going to be possible to get them both right. And I do think that the more likely of the two is for Mognus to go 3-0. I think that in this lobby, no one is substantially the weakest player, but I think Mognus has the edge in terms of midfield defense. Expect to see a lot of just interceptions and blocks coming out of him. You should get your hands on the white Dracos around 140, 160 keys. I don't know, I saw the white Dracos, I didn't really like them so much. I prefer these are looking much better for me. This looks like they're meant to be this color. Great pass by Mognus. Turbo nearly getting the near post shot. Pass was exceptional there, giving Turbo the entire goal to aim at. Of course, if Mognus had shot that more infield, Turbo would have been left with only the far post to aim at. Will Mognus go for this? Yes, he will, because like I said earlier, he's got the 100 boost. He knows that he can make an aggressive play on the ball fast and then get out with his remaining boost. And the fact that Maestro and Metsa have been boxed into their own half is a testament to the pressure that Mognus and Turbo are putting out right now. Mognus, of course, sitting back more often than Turbo is. Again, moving up aggressively with a 100 boost. He should be back into defense momentarily. Trusting Turbo to make a challenge while he's out. Power clear by Mognus will naturally clear itself, however. Not the greatest placement on that shot. Far post, never a danger. But a poor clear by Maestro. Metsa is off his line. Turbo shuts it down. Metsa was trying to cheat up and give Maestro an option for him to get past to, but I feel like whenever you are ball carrying, or when your teammate is ball carrying in twos, it is so risky to cheat up in front of them, as we just saw one of the reasons. If the flick doesn't go 100% as planned, then you're both out the game. As a diagonal dodge flick will take you out the game. Of course, if Maestro had opted for a backflip flick there, it would have been a little bit better because his own car would have been in a better position. This is so awkward for Metsa. Luckily for him, Mognus did not aggress. And another Feels backflip from Turbo will give Maestro a goal. That's the second time that Maestro has had a goal, courtesy of Turbo's Feels backflip. Would he have been in the game? I think Turbo might have had a chance to at least get a touch on that ball, although he certainly wasn't the favourite to get the save. Feels backflip. He did jump over the attempted demo of Metsa. Don't know how he managed to backflip though, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I appreciate the sub, Devosar. Devosar, not Devosar. Welcome to the stream, dude. Enjoy your stay. Ceiling is going to come into play here. Metsa not going to pre-jump in that situation. Instead, just letting the ball come to him. And Turbo has had so many blocks and dunks this game. So many successful challenges. Of course, his 1v1 mechanics coming in clutch there. But there we see Mognus not aggressing the ball there, despite the fact that it's in an arguably strikeable position. He didn't like his chances with 20 boost. He knows that he's going to be out the game for a long time if he goes for it. He's far more likely to go for it. Oh, he's going to maybe own goal here. Yes, he will. Mognus. You could see him thinking about this one. He didn't get a great touch, and although he didn't get baited into the corner to grab the boost, he took the right line. He did just own goal a ball that was probably not going on target. Kronovi threw the game versus Denial. I think that, yeah, Kronovi was definitely at fault quite a lot, but it was a team effort. None of them played spectacularly. We've seen better performances from all three G2 members than what they showed us against Denial. So now we have a very interesting situation. Mognus forced into the pre-jump. Can't get back down in time. He really expected Metsa to shoot this one high, but Maestro forces a pre-jump out of Mognus. And Metsa shot low. And of course in Rocket League, you can't dodge down. Metsa or Mognus forced to hover uncontrollably over the ball there. And it will be Maestro, who looks like he might be going 2-0 here, unless Turbo and Mognus can capitalize on that momentary misplay. 3 goals in a row. And a couple of misplays coming out for Mognus in defense. Not what we're used to seeing from him, but a center ball to Turbo. Saved by Metsa. Huge save. That was point blank range shot on target, and it will be Maestro going 2-0 in the lobby. Can he now complete the sweep? Or will it be a 3-way tie for first? Good morning. Oh, hi there, man. How's it going? Appreciate the 7 months. That was a long time. Am I going to change the title? Probably not. Probably not. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered changing the title. Finally got your Twitch account. Hey, Icky6660, welcome to the stream, dude. Welcome to the stream. Now the question, will the Dracos be able to beat the basic wheels Although Mognus' car is looking a little bit synergized. I would recommend the purple boost over the pink one though. Purple standard is my favorite of the standards right now. I love the placement of Mognus right there. Deliberately hitting the ball into the ceiling because he knows that's the only way you can get a direct shot on a high pass like that. We do get the team matchup that we briefly talked about before the series started. Maestro and Turbo are both Northern Gaming players at the moment. Maestro contracted, Turbo just a substitute, but he will be going to the LAN because Maestro cannot due to school. And then we have Metsa and Mognus to finish Overlords. I'd say that these two are probably the favorite going into this, which would mean that would lead to a 3-loss lobby for Turbo. I'm sure Turbo will feel like he didn't deserve that after how he performed last game. Most of the goals coming at the hand of some beans in defense by Mognus. Great pass by the aforementioned to Metsa. And for anyone who hasn't heard, definitely go check out the Spanish RLCS casters. Whenever Metsa scores a goal, they do the whole I say Metsa, you say Norris thing, but in Spanish. It sounds really funny. I'd definitely love to see an RLCS version of that because it would be haha worthy, for sure. Will this be second goal for Metsa? Turbo shuts down that possibility. More aggression coming out of Mognus because he knows a long time has passed since Metsa went forward and his teammate is going back into defense now. Great double touch center ball there. Metsa with the trap on the wall, keeping the ball close to himself. Cheeky little play by Mognus there, trying to get Maestro to move out of his way. The pressure that's coming out of Metsa and Mognus. Perfection on the shot as well. As Maestro wanted to take that ball away from Metsa, but really he just took it away from Turbo Pulse. Look at the placement by Mognus. Air roll shot, bar and post on the way in. What's this game mode? By the looks of things, I count 4 players, so that's 2v2. Last time I checked. Well, whereas Mognus and Metsa are looking exceptionally organized, Turbo Pulse and Maestro are not. And although I did mention that they are technically teammates for RLCS, they have rarely played together as teammates for Northern Gaming. As Remco Devo have been the consistent 2 and Maestro and Turbo, the players being swapped due to Maestro's school situation. Great first touch there by Turbo, perfectly spacing Metsa out the game. But as is the problem with dribbling plays in 2s, organized teams are usually able to back each other up, and if one player gets taken out the game by a dribble, the other usually steps up to the plate. Oh my goodness, what a save! Maestro on the goal line, able to keep the goal differential at 2. But it doesn't look like they're able to get anything going in attack. Mognus again very careful not to use all of his boost in offense. He needs to use some of that to get back out. And the midfield defense of Feels Goody Loody Man, as they're currently going by, is just too good. Hardly any shots happening right now for Turbo Maestro. Good play by Turbo though. He saw the pre-jump of Mognus, let the ball roll past him. Unfortunately though, another heavy touch. That's not the first time that we've seen that from Turbo in this rotation. And by rotation I mean player rotation. He's had a couple of pretty heavy touches when himself and Maestro are in a 2v1. He could perhaps be playing that a bit more slowly. Maestro not going to follow up Turbo here. Turbo might not need any help. Trying to mind game Mognus out of the way. But again, no shots happening. There's pressure here for Turbo and Maestro, but not really meaningful. They're not getting any shots on goal. Finally, they might get one as Turbo trying to get underneath. He fakes the bump onto Mognus, lifts him out of the way, but Metsa has dealt with Maestro in the midfield, and he's going to put it away. Turbo put his trust in Maestro to have the 1v1 against Metsa, but Metsa easily intercepts that. Puts it away with no boost to his name. And it looks like we might have the 3-way tie for first, with Turbo dropping to last place. Unique last place. I'll be very curious to see how Northern Gaming Turbo Edition do at the LAN. Of course, they will have a first round match against an OCE team, I believe. And then, is it after that that they... Did they go up against an OCE team actually? I'm trying to remember. Do they? Do OCE play against Northern Gaming? In LAN? Tell me, chat. I can't even remember. I should know this, but I don't. should know this. I mean, it's not that important that I know this. No? Who do they play against? So they do, yeah. Jam play against Northern Gaming. I'll be very curious to see how they do in that match. I think Northern Gaming should be fine. It should be more than fine. Oh yeah, of course they do, yeah. Nice air roll by Mognus. Fastest possible route to the ball while hitting the power shot. They really have shown a great deal of synergy here, Mognus and Metsa. And if we didn't already know, these two have played with each other a lot, and it's showing. And they played with a lot as well. As Maestro just bullies Turbo off what would have been a free goal. So, Maestro bumping Metsa out the way, and then bumping Turbo out the way as well. Complete beanage coming in from the Dane. They need a lot more than that though, and it has to be pointed out that although they did get one goal back on the board, Mognus was freestyling for that entire play. So I don't expect to see another goal. Do not expect to see another goal. The synergy of Metsa and Mognus is too good. Certainly one of the best 2v2 lineups in the world at the moment. Perhaps the only 2v2 team that can really compete would be the likes of a Remco Devo, or perhaps a K-Dop Fairy Peak. But as for now, Turbo Pulsa has dropped 0-3. Maestro not able to lock down the last win. That will mean that both our Finnish Feels Goody Loody Man members will tie him up here. I'm gonna ask right now, again, thanks for hanging out, thanks for all the support. I'll see you very soon, and until then, have a great day, guys.